Good evening, class. I'm going to talk to you tonight about how to do APA format because that's a major question that I get from a lot of people. So a couple of resources for you. First of all, if you come over to the left-hand toolbar to where it says Academic Resources and you click on that, it's going to bring up a page with a variety of resources for you, including counseling, the digital bookshelf, library tech support, tutoring, disability services, a research guide, career services, and there's one specifically to APA. So if you click on that, you're going to have to click again, but it's going to bring up a whole page on APA formatting with basics and a PowerPoint presentation. In addition to that, you can also use the OWL at Purdue or the Online Writing Lab. And if you just Google APA format, it's going to be one of the top hits. And there's general guidelines, and then there's all sorts of more specifics. However, if you still don't want to go to that degree, there's an even easier way to do this. If you are using a current version of Word, then there is a References tab across the top. If you see right here, it says References. And if you click that, this is going to give you all sorts of options for managing references. So first thing you want to do is click on Manage Sources, and this is where you're going to add your source information. So you can see here I already have some source information added into my source manager. If I want to come in here and add the OWL at Purdue, I can do that. I just need to close this out for a second. Let's see if I can get stuff. I have way too much stuff open on my computer right now. So I'm going to come back down here. I'm going to open this up, and then I'm going to come back to my Word document. So if I manage my sources, the best thing I'm going to want to do is just put them side by side so that I can go back and forth between the two and figure out what I need to put in there. Click on Manage Sources, and I'm going to click New. This is, you can either do website or document from a website. It doesn't make that much of a difference. We would want to look on here and see if there was a specific author. It's usually going to be either at the top or at the very bottom of the page. And since we don't have a specific author, then we're going to use corporate author. And the corporate author for this one is Purdue University. The name of the web page is going to be, well, it says general format here. I'm going to be a little bit more specific, and I'm going to call that APA general format. The website is the Online Writing Lab. The year, we can look on here and see if it does have a date. Sometimes it'll have a publication date, especially if you're looking at like news articles and things like that. This one is copyright through this year, so I'm just going to put 2014. We don't have a month or a day. The URL, we can just copy from right here. So just right click and copy, or Control C, and then I'm going to paste it into there. We can show all bibliography fields if we want to see every possible thing that we could fill in. The other thing that we might want to fill in on here is the access date. So if we accessed it today, we're going to put that in there. And that's pretty much the only thing that we need for a website. So I'm going to click OK. So now it's going to add it to my master list as well as my current list. This master list retains everything that we've ever put in there. So if there's a website that you use a lot, it's always going to be in there. So let's say that I used this Paradise Farm Ed in this paper that I'm writing. I'm going to click it and I'm going to click copy, and it's going to add it over here. You can see that some of them have check marks. It's because I actually used them in the paper that I wrote. Now I'm going to close this out, and it's going to save those. If you want to double check, click back on Manage Sources, and you're going to see that all of our sources are still there. So now in my paper, we need a couple of things. We need in-text citations and a works cited or bibliography list. So you can see I already have some in-text citations like right here. If I wanted to add another one, let's say that I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to put a space, and where it says insert citation, let's say I'm going to use the Purdue one that I just did. And ta-da, it's going to put it in there with appropriate in-text citations. Now I can click on my works cited list, which I'll show you how to add in just a moment. And where it says right here, update citations and bibliography, it's going to add the two that I added to my paper. Okay, so that'll keep updating it. Now let's say that we need it in a specific formatting. So for this class we need APA. So right here where it says style, this is where we can change it. So right now I have it on APA 6th edition. But let's say that you have a teacher that needs you to write it in MLA. All you do is click here, MLA. It changed the in-text citation to be appropriate for MLA, and it changed the works cited. Come back, change it back to APA, and it updates everything for us without having to remember how to do it and to do all of that work. So I'm going to come back to Manage Sources. First of all, I want to take this citation out. So I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to Manage Sources. I'm going to click here and delete. Click here and delete. It still saves them in my master list, but it's no longer in my current list. Click on the works cited, click on update again, and it just took them out. And that's all you have to do. Then after you get done writing your thread, please copy it all and paste it instead of attaching a Word document to the discussion thread. It just makes it easier for all of us to read through those discussion postings. All right, thank you and have a great evening.